You have to try to see life when you get older with child eyes, because you still wonder about how beautiful things can be. My name is Lydia van Droffelaar, and my age is 65 already. And my profession was, because I don't work anymore at this moment, intensive care nurse. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm going outside here and go into the water, the cold water tub, like 0 degrees, and going to sit there and just wake up and feel awake then. It's very good for everything, and I do it like for 4 years now. It's really wonderful. It's really cold. When I was 58, I stopped with everything bad, like with bad food, with alcohol, with a lot of bad habits, and I started to develop very healthy habits, like indeed the ice bath. I stopped eating meat. I stopped drinking sodas, and every year I developed a very healthy habit. So I think I'm healthier now than I was 20 years ago. My home reflects me. It is when you walk into my home, you can see my personality. It's really important. I don't believe in astrology, but I'm a Cancer, like a Kreeft, and they are really loving their homes. They make it their nest. That's why I feel strong. I feel strong in my nest. My home is my nest, my safe space. This is my house. Look. Oh, kom eens hier jongens. At the moment I have 5 dogs. 5 dogs, and they're all from different countries, and they're not bought, they are rescue dogs. They're all rescue dogs with their own history. Yeah, like Pippin is coming from Spain, and his first 1.5 years he was on a chain. And now he's here and he's happy. There are so many dogs who need to rescue, so I never shall buy a dog. Never. My sister and I had a difficult upbringing because my mother has a sickness of the brain, and that bipolar. She was bipolar, and really bipolar. We call that in Dutch manisch depressief, depression, manic depression. And it's when we were children, there was no time to be a child, and I did the house. My sister was too little to do it. I was like, when my mother was in hospital for 4 years, it was 6 years. It was long though. And then I did the housekeeping when I was 12 years old. And we were really alone in that time, because when I was young, it was difficult to talk about when your mother had a psychological problem. You don't talk about it. We didn't talk about that. We were really, lonely, I think. But it was a very busy time also, so there was also no time for other relationships. My father was a military man, and he was a lot away. Like in Germany for his work, and then he left us for sometimes 2 weeks. And that was his work, and he couldn't say no. So we were alone a lot with my mother, and it was difficult. What I really liked about my father is that he didn't leave my mother, because in this day of age, yeah, he stayed with her. It was really difficult for him also, but he stayed with her, and that I really appreciate about him. When you're a child, you deal with the things because it's your reality. And you don't look at other people, we have it better or worse. You have to deal with your own reality. And you just did it. You don't think about it, you do it. And only when I was older, like 25 or 30, I thought about it, and I thought it was really difficult for us. But at the time, when I was young, like 11, 12, 13 years old, I didn't find it difficult. It was just what it is. That's it, yeah. When I was 13 years old, I had to think about which school I wanted to go, and I didn't have a lot of time for school because I had to take care of the family. But then I thought already, I want a job when I'm 80 or 90, and I look back at my life, that I'm not embarrassed with myself. I want the job to mean something for other people, because if you mean something for other people, you mean also something for yourself. I think also that I'm really a caretaker, so the job is okay for me, but I like to have some exciting things in my life, and intensive care nurse, I can tell you, it can be very exciting. When people were dying, they always say to me, "Oh, Lydia's here. Lydia, it's your patient now." So that was my thing. I could comfort people in the most terrible time of their lives. I think that in my life, 2,000, 3,000 people die, perhaps more. I can't remember. It's too much. Yeah. Yeah. I was 70. Then you start with there was in Apeldoorn. I lived there, and there was a guy who was brought in the middle of the night. The doctor said he had a lung problem. So when we heard him cough, I take a little bakje because he has to spit in it for research. So I went to him with the bakje, and he started to spit, and then his lung artery broke, and he bleeded all over. I was holding him, and he was bleeding all over me from top to bottom, and he died in 3 minutes. Yeah, and I held him. So it was really. It was 17. This was my first. Yeah. We all gonna die. I think it's so important that when you are with somebody who's dying, that you don't have to talk a lot, but you have to feel them. You have to let them know that you are there and that you're not leaving, that you are the one who will stay with them till the end. I think that's very important. I saw a lot of people dying who believed in God or something, and when they are dying, they have faith, and that helps them to be more calm, a little bit, huh? Not always, but a little bit. I haven't, so I try to think about it a lot, and what is very important is for me that my life. When I'm going to die, and I know that I'm going to die. Sometimes you don't know. If you have an accident, you don't know. Then you're gone. But when you know you're going to die, that you can look back and are that you are not, that you're not saying to yourself, oh, I wish I did that. I wish I did that. I wish, no, I did it. That's important. Try to live your life as good as possible, as meaningful as possible, so when you're going to die, then you have that to comfort you. I will go like I came, like whistle in the wind. I hope when I die and there are people thinking of me that they will think, hey, that was a good girl. And that's it.